Today I'm making chocolate covered Rice Krispie peanut butter balls. And here are the ingredients that we need. 1 cup of icing sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of peanut butter, 1.5 cups of Rice Krispies, and 1 cup of chocolate chips. And I'm using Hershey's chocolate chips today. So those are the ingredients, so let's get started. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to mix the 4 ingredients here all together. So those are all the ingredients except the chocolate chips. The chocolate chips we're going to be heating up later, and we're going to be dipping the little balls into the chocolate. So for now, we're going to get all of this into the bowl and we're going to cream it up. We'll get the icing sugar in there. And our butter. Alright. So let's get this creamed up. Alright. So that's pretty good. And let's just throw our Rice Krispies in. And just give it a quick mix. I got it on speed number 1 here. I don't want to make a big mess. If you have your mixer too high, everything's going to fly out of the bowl. Alright, the next step we're going to do is we're going to create little balls out of this mixture. And you can just take as many as, as much as you want and just kind of roll it around. Make it, about that size, like that. Just roll it around and put it down on a baking tray for now. What you could do, if your hands are getting sticky, you can use a little bit of icing sugar and just sprinkle it on your hand, but it seems to be working well, so I'll continue along like this. So this is great. So I'm going to keep doing these and I'll be back. And here's my little tray, by the way. See them all there? Alright, so here are the peanut butter balls, and they're all done. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop them in the fridge for about an hour just so that they firm up, and I want them nice and firm when they go into the warm chocolate. So I'm going to pop these into the fridge for about an hour and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, our next step is to melt the chocolate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chocolate, I'm going to pour it into here, into this bowl, and I'm simply going to use the bain-marie technique, which is to put some water in here. I'm going to bring that up to so it's hot, and then I'm going to put the bowl on top and I'm going to gently melt the chocolate. And we don't want to have boiling water, because if the boiling water, the steam gets up and it comes up around, then you can scorch your chocolate and you can do all kinds of funny things to it, and we don't want that. We don't want the chocolate seizing, we don't want it getting all crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently heat the water and I'm going to melt the chocolate, and then I'll bring the chocolate back and we'll start coating our little peanut butter balls. Alright, I just thought I would quickly take a little bit of video here, so I just whipped the camera over here just to show you. So what I've done is I've got the water, I brought it up so it was hot, and then I turned the element right down, so I got my element on low. I placed this on there and I can feel the heat from that. But you can see there's no steam pouring out of here, because you do not want that, because steam will have the tendency of it'll come up the bowl and around. But you can see already that my chocolate is already starting to melt here. So I'm just going to let that slowly melt, and I'll just show you it in a little bit. So we'll just let that continue melting. Alright, this is only a couple minutes later and you can see it's almost completely melted. It's good enough at this point. So that's great. So basically a bain-marie is just basically it's a double boiler. So you've got hot water here, you've got your glass bowl, it can be a stainless steel bowl, whatever kind of bowl you have, and then you've got your chocolate. Basically what you want to do is you want to melt the chocolate without it actually being in direct contact with your heat source. So this is how this works. So it's a very simple technique, but it works very well. Alright, so let's take this back to the work area and we'll get started on the peanut butter balls. Mmm, yummy. Alright, so I've got myself a couple of forks, and these just came out of the fridge, so they're pretty cold. They've been in there a good hour and a half. So I'm just going to take these and I'm just going to quickly throw them in here, cover them, pull it out, try to get most of the excess off, and then just pop it down onto the wax paper. Alright, let's keep going. We've zoomed in a little bit, hopefully that's a little better. We'll drain them off, there we go, and pop it onto the tray. Alright, my last one. And I'll just let you know that I did throw in a couple more chocolate chips. I threw in a little handful just to finish off the last ones. So it all depends on how hot your chocolate is, how heavy you are with putting the chocolate on. You know, if you're doing a thinner coat, you know, if you get them in there quickly and you're not coating them really well, the one cup will do you, but I had to put in a handful of chocolate chips to finish this up. So here we go, here's the last one. Let me just show you the tray here. And where are we here? And I'll just pop it down there. And there we go, beautiful. So, let's turn this around and check them out. Look at that. They almost look like little maraschino cherries. So that's it for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these in the fridge for a good hour to firm them up. And I will show you the finished product later in a little video. Alright, here are my chocolate covered peanut butter balls, and they've been in the fridge for, I don't know, about 2 hours now, and they're really nice and chilled. And I just wanted to show you how easy, you know, using the wax paper, how easy they just pop off. Look at this. See how nicely they just come off? There we go. Can we pick up, where am I here? There we go, look. They just come right off. They wouldn't come off as easily if you had them right on directly on the pan, but you can see how nicely the wax paper just lets them pop off. So anyway, there we go. So I'm going to cut one in half and show you what they look like inside. Alright, let me just grab one here and let's cut it in half just to show you what it looks like inside. Nice crunch. And there we go. Doesn't that look great? Well, I have to admit, I did try one before and they're really good. So that's it for this video, so I'll see you next time.